Hi Aries, welcome to my channel. This is going to be your general love reading for September 1st through the 15th of 2017. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please like and share and subscribe and all of that. I truly appreciate the comments and everybody with their feedback. It really helps me know what the cards are communicating, like what the general vibe is. If this reading doesn't resonate with you, please be sure to check your moon and rising sign, and then also your Venus sign and the other person's Mars sign. That can give you kind of a more of a well-rounded picture of everything. Also, keep in mind this is a general reading. There's just no way that I can encompass exactly what's happening in everybody's situation in your sign. And so it is reading just the general energies for the sign of Aries. And I'm going to go ahead and jump into it now. Again, if you'd like a personal reading for me, in the description box below we'll have all of that info. The first card that I have for you is the Hierophant. The Hierophant can represent the sign of Taurus. This also represents social expectations and norms. Perhaps there's somebody who is incredibly self-conscious about appearances, or there's somebody who believes in a traditional standard way of doing things, and maybe somebody else has an unconventional idea or a way of doing things, perhaps. But it could be that you're involved with a Taurus here in this position. The Hierophant can also represent higher institutions. It can represent spirituality. I feel like it can represent a corporate type of an institution too, so some of you may be involved with somebody from work. And then in the next position here we have the Queen of Swords. So you could be dealing with a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, an air sign here. I feel like this is a combative kind of an energy here. She's very like cutthroat, perhaps a little too focused on the intellectual side of things. And this could be your energy, Aries, if you are going way too much into your fire mode where you're, you know, maybe combative or in argument, defensive. This could be that energy here. Or this could be the other party. They could be incredibly defensive. And then in the next card that we have here is the Death card. So you could be dealing with a Scorpio, or there could be water in their chart or Scorpio in their chart. This Death card, again, is the ending so that a new beginning can take place. I feel like perhaps there's some kind of power struggle, or I feel like it's almost like a battle of who's in charge with this Hierophant and the Queen of Swords. They're facing each other. She's got her sword toward him. He's got his staff toward her. So I feel like they're kind of in this battle. And I feel like there needs to be an end put to this kind of combative or defensive energy here, because all it's doing is closing this other person out. It could be that there's gossip going around too. And perhaps this is saying that they need to put an end to either listening to it or being a part of it, because all it's doing is draining from a union. This is leaving somebody out in the cold, and I feel like with this Five of Pentacles, it's kind of pitting one person is being attacked by like the group, or it's pitting a bunch against one person or shunning them. And so I feel like that's what it's indicating, is there needs to be this cut off with this Death card here. Perhaps this cycle of combat here needs to be ended. And then the next card that we have is the Ten of Wands, and it's directly under this Queen of Swords. So I feel like this is somebody who has been carrying a burden for a very long time and is almost to the finish line. They're almost to the point where they'll be able to drop this burden down. It's like that I think I can energy, you know, pushing through, almost to the finish line. So there's this heavy, heavy burden that's been carried, perhaps to get away from this feeling of being left out in the cold. And it could be that energy is coming to an end now for you in this time period, because the next card that we have is the Queen of Wands. So this is definitely you in your element. It's like the vivacious, alive community-oriented, social butterfly, very seductive energy. Because the King of Wands in, you know, when it comes to Aries with either the Emperor or the King of Wands, it's definitely that masculine energy. It's taking control, it's action toward an end, you know, an end goal. But the Queen of Wands, she has action for a different reason. Her action is to enliven passion. So I feel like there's a lot of passion coming here, but I feel like it could be that there's a Scorpio entering this situation, but I feel like there is this cycle here between this Hierophant and the Queen of Swords that needs to be put to an end. It could be a struggle between traditional beliefs too. This could have to do with religion, perhaps even. But there is this power struggle that needs to be put to an end, I feel like. So let's clarify some of this. Please clarify this Hierophant card here for Aries. One of them flipped over. Two of Pentacles on top of this Hierophant. So it could be that somebody is presenting a false face or a false mask too for society. It's like they have this mask that they wear in front of people, and then they juggle this other mask that is who they really are, perhaps. So it's like they're putting on a show, I feel like. And somebody's having to juggle that energy. So let's see what this Queen of Swords about here. It could be, too, that somebody recently had a promotion, like a job promotion, and has come into more responsibility, and they're being forced to juggle that energy, and that could be taking a toll on a relationship or lack thereof. Please clarify this Queen of Swords here for Aries for love from September 1st to the 15th. 2017. What is this Queen of Swords about here? Please clarify this Queen of Swords here. What is this Queen of Swords here? For Aries, for love, September 1st to the 15th, 2017. Why is this Queen of Swords here? I feel like this Queen of Swords could be somebody standing up for something too. Please clarify this Queen of Swords here. Because she's not without compassion. The Queen of Swords has compassion, but she's very been there, done that. Very direct. Don't try and BS me. Let's get to the heart of the matter and move on because I don't have time for this crap kind of energy. Please clarify this Queen of Swords here for Aries for love. Okay, this one popped out. So, okay, Queen of Swords, clarifying the Queen of Swords. So again, been there, done that, seen this before. Not, you know, this is somebody stating exactly what they need, exactly what they want, exactly how they need it, and exactly how they want it, and not necessarily in the nicest way. The Queen of Swords can be very cutting. This could be hurling, literally hurling like swords back and forth at each other verbally too. There could be a lot of arguing going on that needs to be put to an end. And this Death card is following that, needing to be put to the end. And because the Death card representing Scorpio, which is a water sign, and those waters have to do with emotions, this is something that is affecting you on an emotional level. It needs to be put to an end in order to feel that those deep emotions. Please clarify this Death card here for Aries for love from September 1st to the 15th, 2017. Why is this Death card here for the sign of Aries for love for September 1st through the 15th, 2017? Please clarify this Death card. Whoop. All right, we got one turned over. Queen of Pentacles. Some of you could be dealing again with an earth sign. Like a Taurus, Capricorn, or Virgo. This is a sign of home, though. And so I feel like it's saying once death is put to this situation, this fighting, this quarrel, this perhaps false mask that's going on. Because swords also represent a double-edged sword, like two sides to the story. So I feel like there's two sides to this story here, and this cycle needs to be put to an end, and then this home feeling can come back, because this Queen of Pentacles is one who creates a home. It could also be too that some of you are ending a marriage, because this Hierophant is also representative of marriage. And the Queen of Swords, clarifying the Queen of Swords, could be cutting off that connection. It could be, a dissolution of a marriage with an earth sign as well. Please clarify this 5 of Pentacles. So there could be new love coming in for some of you in this new cycle. That's an earth sign. But some of you could be ending a relationship with an earth sign as well. Please clarify this 5 of Pentacles. So on top of the 5 of Pentacles, we have the 5 of Cups, which is that disappointment, emotional disappointment. And it can be very heavy disappointment too. This 5 of Cups can be heavy disappointment or focusing on the negative. And then clarifying that, we have the Knight of Swords. So this is somebody, again, taking action. They're tired of this 5 of Cups, this 5 of Pentacles, being left out in the cold and being disappointed. So they're taking action to change things. I feel like this is somebody who's making a change. And I do feel like, again, it is air. You could be dealing with a Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius, but that's very close to your energy as well, this Knight of Swords. Because it's fire behind that sword, it's fire behind that intellect. So action behind the intellect here. Please clarify this 10 of Wands here. For love for the sign of Aries. What is this 10 of Wands about here? For love for the sign of Aries. What is this 10 of Wands about here? Please clarify this 10 of Wands. Please clarify this 10 of Wands. For Aries. Okay. 5 of Wands on top of the 10 of Wands. So this is like a drama, bickering, arguing card. Again, it's competition. Perhaps some of you are tired of having to compete for a place in a relationship that you're carrying most of the weight of for anyways. Or this could be that you're carrying the weight of somebody who's very dramatic or perhaps selfish too. And cross watchers, please don't attack me. Again, this is just the energies that I'm picking up here in this reading. So it could be what Aries' perception of it is as well. Please clarify this Queen of Wands here for Aries for love from September 1st to the 15th, 2017 for love. What is this Queen of Wands about here? Please clarify this Queen of Wands here for love for the sign of Aries for September 1st through the 15th, 2017. What is this Queen of Wands here for? Please clarify this Queen of Wands. It could be that some of you too are in a competition that has been a heavy burden, perhaps even it's something professional. But this Queen of Wands is indicating somebody who comes out victorious as a winner and very passionate here in this position. So it could be that you're beating out competition in this position too. Please clarify this Queen of Wands here for Aries for love from September 1st to the 15th, 2017. What is this Queen of Wands about here? Please clarify this Queen of Wands here for love for Aries. September 1st through the 15th, 2017. What is this Queen of Wands about here? The 3 of Cups on top of the Queen of Wands. So I feel like, again, this is that energy of that social butterfly who's getting out. It could be that somebody perhaps feels restricted from their, even something as simple as their own social life, being able to have their own friends. So perhaps somebody's feeling restricted from that, or perhaps you're with a partner who is controlling maybe, who's always sticking, always calling you while you're with your friends, or always interrupting while you're with your friends, trying to distract you perhaps. But I feel like this 3 of Cups on top of this Queen of Wands is a celebratory card. I don't feel it so much as a third-party situation, although there could be a third-party situation involved for some of you, because the Death card is up here, so that is possible, and there's something that needs to be cut out, and this 2 of Pentacles, which is a juggling energy, so it could be that there are multiple partners or promiscuous behavior too. But I feel like for the majority of you, this is celebratory or social, being out, getting out with friends, and being in your element as a social butterfly rather than being, controlled by somebody else, because that's not what you do. That's not how you are. That's not how it's going to work. Thank you for playing. And then you have the Empress that just popped out here too. So for some of you, you could even be conceiving with the Empress on top of the Three of Cups, or there's a new creation like on the horizon where you could be have that. The Queen of Wands is a very creative energy, that those creative juices are flowing, and I feel like it maybe some of you are working on a group project or some sort of task that is going to create something meaningful. So let me know what's going on with y'all, and thank you so much for tuning in, and I will speak with you soon.